So I saw this video in my subscriptions feed today, 6 alpha side hustles to make extra money from home, $100 per day, guaranteed. Sounding pretty good. This from Aaron Marino, aka Alpha M. Now don't get hung up on the alpha verbiage here. I think that's more so kind of a marketing thing from his channel. But as someone who helps you make money in the gig economy with a side hustle, I've been doing this since 2015. Definitely subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. I don't want to keep this for myself. You and I need to go over this video to see, all right, $100 a day, it says guaranteed. Those are pretty big claims, making over $1,000 a week. And we see some pretty big numbers here in this first screen. So let's react to see if this is anything.
My side hustle yesterday generated me $22,500. I'm not showing you that to brag. I'm showing you that to get you excited and to motivate you into action. Today, guys, what I want to actually do is go over a few side hustles that I personally would do, knowing what I know in terms of the internet, in terms of business, in terms of entrepreneurship. Side hustle number one is using TikTok. TikTok is crazy popular. A lot of people are trying to figure out how to actually monetize it. My buddy Ryan is about to walk you through in 1 minute a step-by-step approach on how you can generate $100 a day.
Monetization. To monetize on social media, I mean, folks, I've been doing YouTube full-time for a little over 2 years now. Been doing YouTube altogether almost 7 years. And I've said that monetizing on social might be one of the best side hustles, like overall, just because of the potential, the audience reach. Making content that answers a question. It's something that someone's searching for either online, etc. And we saw that you're making content about, all right, how to do this, how to do that, and then using your socials as really a lead generator and having that call to action is called there in the profile link.
Second side hustle that I want to talk about is YouTube, of course, right? Now, I know that a lot of people are like, I don't know what to talk about. I don't know if I'm going to be any good. Don't worry about that. All you got to worry about is starting the process. You'll figure it out along the way. But the cool thing—
let me tell you something about YouTube. So Aaron's second side hustle to make $100 a day guaranteed doing YouTube. I think YouTube is the best longitudinal side hustle that can and will become a full-time hustle. I mean, I've done it myself if you're doing it right. I kind of disagree of learning as you go, only insofar as you should be proactive with that. And the reason I was able to monetize myself on YouTube, and it took some years, is because every single day, and I keep doing this, is I commit to learning how to improve thumbnails, titles, with the hook and audience interaction, calls to action, upselling, webs, all of that, like every single day getting 1% better. And I mean, you don't need the best gear. I don't want you to get discouraged like, oh, I don't have, these lights. I don't have a fancy mic. Like, listen, all of my 1,000 plus videos that I recorded to get 100,000 YouTube subscribers, I used, and I still actually use, an iPhone. So you don't need to spend like 10K, just use what you have. And a lot of the times your phone is taking great photos and video already.
The thing about starting a YouTube channel is that it's going to not only help you generate passive income. You create a video, YouTube will pay you to run ads on it. But the cool thing is that as you're figuring out another potential side hustle, you then are growing an audience, people that just want to hear what you have to talk about. Now, at first, you're not going to make any money, right? But it's about the consistency. Consistently putting out about 2 videos a week, you're going to start to generate some views. It's going to find its audience. A great example of this is a gentleman by the name of Ali Abdaal. A lot of you guys are familiar with him. Ali has a course called YouTube for Beginners, where he actually
There's another way to make money.
You actually setting up a channel. It is the best course I've ever.
And folks, speaking of, there's a lot of different resources out there. I'm making my own course, Mastering YouTube, how to start, grow, and dominate here in YouTube. I've gone self-made from $0 to now a 6-figure business here on YouTube. So again, subscribe. You're going to want to see when that course launches, because you will get a discount being one of the first students in that course. But there's another way to monetize a side hustle and really a semi-passive income stream, is selling a course.
The third side hustle is what I just showed you earlier in terms of my $22,500 that I made yesterday. That side hustle will generate me this year around $8 million. And it was something that I started with literally $3,000 bucks. And it is start an online store. But now the question is, how do you figure out what to sell? Really, there is no right or wrong answer. It's about personal preference and what you're interested in. Now, for me, I was interested in hair products. White labeling, in my opinion, is one of the quickest and easiest ways for you to actually start an online business selling a product.
So starting a store, I love that idea. And again, this is what I help you with, making money in different side hustles. And again, you're going to want to subscribe. I keep saying it because we're going even bigger in 2023 and beyond. This is something I'm looking to do, is starting, not only I'm selling the courses already, go to yourdriveformight.com/delivery for a fast track on different food delivery apps, but selling a product. And mine is going to be side hustle accessories, starting with hot and cold bags and accessories. But I love this side hustle. Now, white labeling on Alibaba, like Aaron talks about here, is taking a product that's already being manufactured, it's already being made, and you'll simply private label it, put on your company's logo, and then sell that on an online store. It can be drop shipping, which means you never even carry the inventory on sites like using a Shopify site, versus, like Aaron talked about, creating an actual custom product. So there's pros and cons. I'm not a huge fan of white labeling, but it can, like Aaron said, be a great way to start quickly without going through all the R&D and creating an absolute product from scratch.
They pretty much have anything you can think of.
Alibaba is one of the most popular sites for that.
Samples, you find the one that you like the most, and then you negotiate and have them actually manufacture for it. Now, going overseas is a little bit more nuanced, right? I would not necessarily start there, but a lot of people do. A lot of people will buy a product on Alibaba and then resell it on a site like Amazon. But if you want to create your own brand, which is what I did and what I would personally recommend, then the second step is basically get a URL, right? A website. What is your domain?
So let me talk about my private store that I made. So I needed a website. I was just looking for like domain hosts. I use Hover, I think it's called. So I bought my domain, yourdriveformight.com. That's number one, doing the research on a domain that sounds good, that's aligned with your brand. It could be something under your LLC or your private company, and also something that's going to resonate with customers that you can easily remember. I needed something where I could host my courses online that also includes a payment processor, because if you just buy the domain, how do you actually make the website? And then you make a website, how do you actually incorporate selling products and having the payment method? So I use Podia. If you're interested in Podia, there's other websites, hosting services like Kajabi, but Kajabi is a little bit more expensive. And again, there's pros and cons features, but I use Podia.com. There's an affiliate link down below in the description. If you want to set up your own business, websites, again, e-commerce store, I would use Podia because it has the web builder in it. It has the payment processing. You can use card, you can use PayPal and more. So having that all in one place, I can see all my sales. I can actually create even more lead gen by getting emails as well. I can do that right on Podia. Again, that's an affiliate link. Feel free to use it. If not, I would just do your due diligence. I've looked at Kajabi. Teachable is another one. And again, pros and cons. You have to look at actually what features you do need if you're selling the product, course, or service, and then obviously the price point, etc.
So the next side hustle is kind of a weird one.
Here we go.
And it kind of blew my mind. I'm gonna focus it a little bit. But it's going to thrift stores and basically reselling stuff at yard sales. All right. And the reason I thought about this is because I've got a friend who every weekend basically has like a yard sale, right? Where each week she goes to different thrift stores, buys things that she knows is going to sell well, takes them home and resells them. She might buy something for $1. All
right, let's talk about flipping items. I've done it. I interviewed my cousin Adam, who does this with video game consoles, accessories, and the actual games themselves. And I've done this way in the past. I mean, it might have even been before 2015, but I sold some items on eBay doing this. The only thing with flipping items is obviously the time invested. So this is more like, we talked about the YouTube, we talked about selling the course where there's effort initially, but it could be recurring payments. It's more semi-passive in that sense, versus now we're starting to move over towards the active revenue streams where you're more so trading your time for your money, because you got to go there, you got to source the products, you got to list it somewhere. It could be OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, eBay, and others. But then what happens when you sell the product? You got to meet the person somewhere. You got to exchange the payment there. So it can take a lot of time and effort. Here's one tip I want to give you. I'm actually selling a few items right now on OfferUp. Just used and some new clothing items that I didn't want, didn't fit, or just didn't need anymore. Mistakes that I've seen when selling products on, again, OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, really anywhere, right? Take enough pictures. There's been so many items where I just look at the pictures and either they're poorly done or there's not enough pictures and not enough angles. You need like far away pictures of the whole item, a little bit closer to see some texture and detail of the item. If there's any like signs of wear, show it, disclose that, especially if it's more noticeable. When I sold my bed frame, when I was moving from San Diego back here to Pittsburgh, just take a clear picture of that damage and it helps to make sense of the listed price, why it's this, and also include the MSRP. That's something I would tell you as well, because, a customer needs to understand like, hey, these headphones, MSRP, you can get them for like $200, $250, whatever it is. I'm listing it for whatever it is, $150. And you can say, only had them for 2 months, or some of the clothing items, I only wore it twice, or some as new, never worn, and no signs of wear.
You could also sell your information, right? Write it down, sell a guide. That's how so many of these dudes are making so much money, right? They create, right, a course or some type of guide to help people with an issue. Once you write it, you could then either try to market it yourself, or what a lot of people do is sell it on some type of affiliate network, or give other people that have an audience the ability to make a commission off of selling your course.
Okay, yeah. Selling a course, again, I'm a huge fan. I have my own course, Mastering Delivery. I'm making my second course, Mastering YouTube, as well as others. I have a PDF download for sale. It's Mastering YouTube Branding Specific, and that's a PDF download, all on yourdrivermike.com. But there's two different things there. You can market it yourself, like Aaron mentioned, or you can offer affiliate opportunities for others. And that is also something I would like to do with yourdrivermike.com and those courses is if you, and again, that helps you master food delivery platforms, let's say, or the upcoming Mastering YouTube, helping you grow and dominate on YouTube. If you simply mention that course to a friend, colleague, etc., and we give you an affiliate link, not only are you helping that person with an end product that's going to help them in the niche line of work that they're in, but then you're earning a commission. So in essence, if you're creating a course and you can offer an affiliate program like Aaron mentioned, then your course is getting out there faster because more people are selling it in essence, but they're motivated because they're earning the commission from that as well. Yes, I definitely agree with that one.
You do it nights, you do it weekends. You give as much as you're willing to give, and it's fine because you've got something else that is providing you a stable living, right? And then hopefully the side hustle picks up, you love it, you learn, maybe you do it bigger and better.
Most all of the app-based gig work, food delivery, parcel, grocery, shopping gigs, all of that, it is let's be real, it's the active revenue stream, trading your time for your money. So some of these ideas, if it seems challenging, if it seems like, well, when am I going to get the payouts? If you need money now, go for those active revenue streams. But if you're trying to build something that can really scale, folks, like, all right, an extra 1,000 turns into 5,000, turns into 10,000 plus a month, then you can really possibly leave your current job. If you have a standard 9 to 5, let's say, you can leave that, much like I did with YouTube, starting something and growing it. Whereas, 5-10 years down the road, that new thing could be your main gig and it's making you more money than your previous job. So if you got value with this video, drop a like. You can also click or tap the screen here for my newest video, as well as a video recommended for you. And I'll see you in the next one.